That's me. My name is Phil.
And that's me. My name is Iva. This is now our home, a sailboat called Dali, and the Southeast Asian waters are our playgrounds.
We both quit the corporate world to follow our dreams of living on a sailboat.
During the first few years, we discovered the spectacular coasts of Malaysia, Thailand, and India.
We feel extremely lucky to have experienced this change of lifestyle, and now we want to encourage other people to do the same.
During our journey, we will be searching for Dreamcatchers, people that have taken the leap, changed their life, and given it a whole new meaning. If you've ever had that little voice in the back of your mind that now and again tries to convince you to break free, we want you to believe that it really is possible to make the change and live the life you dream of.
Yes, this is your invitation to climb on board. Come with us as we sail to exotic destinations off the beaten tourist track. We'll show you parts and people of Southeast Asia that you've never seen before.
Previously on Dreamcatchers, we sailed from Thailand to the gorgeous island of Pulau in Indonesia. We discovered its natural beauty, friendly inhabitants, and met our first dreamcatcher. Jean-Philippe moved from France to Indonesia 25 years ago to find happiness as a fisherman in Pulau.
C'est tous des trucs qui sont simples. Pour changer de vie, c'est simple en fait. C'est juste, il faut s'adapter. Voilà. Et après, vous amenez du bon dans un pays et vous aurez que du bon.
This week on Dreamcatchers, we start sailing down the west coast of Sumatra. We sail through a night storm, go spearfishing, and meet Quentin, Gosha, and their dog Scarlet, who left their city jobs 5 years ago to chase the Indonesian waves.
Yes, we finally left Pulau. Pulau is right there behind us. We're supposed to stay here for 3 days, but we stayed 3 weeks. That's the beauty of sailing around. And now we're supposed to head for Pulau Bru and anchor in 10 meters of water there.
Our routine changes a lot when we travel to remote islands. We begin catching our own food, cooking 3 meals a day, and enjoying deserted beaches.
Since we are well clear of the Pulau Marine Reserve, Phil is able to go back to his favorite activity, spearfishing.
So, we have our catch of the day. Today I caught 2 fish. This is a sweet lips and a rock cod. Both very good fish. We're gonna have the rock cod for lunch and keep the sweet lips in the fridge for our dinner. We're gonna do the rock cod in the oven. The way we prepare it is a little bit of olive oil so the fish doesn't stick to the aluminum. Then a bit of salt. Bit of pepper. Just widen up for our fish. We preheated the oven and we're just gonna put it in there for about 20-25 minutes. Et voilà. Now let's wait and see. Okay, so our rock cod should be ready by now. Let's see if it tastes as good as expected. So, what does he look like? It smells great. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking great, smelling amazing. Here's a little friend. Wow, ça m'a l'air parfait, mon amour. To accompany this fish, my crew made me some curry rice. Oh, look at that! Look how exciting! Smells like India. Let us have this delicious meal together.
Our downtime doesn't last long as we quickly need to head over to the main island of Sumatra to stock up on diesel. On the way there, the sky smiles down on us and we have beautiful sailing conditions. Reaching Sumatra represents an important milestone in our trip. We've been dreaming of exploring the 6th largest island in the world for years, and after sailing 600 kilometers from Phuket, we're excited as we finally reach our destination.
We begin to see Sumatra from a distance, and the powerful mountains covered in lush jungle immediately amaze us.
So we've arrived in Cebu. It's our first stop on the island of Sumatra, and it's super beautiful down here. Arriving in Sumatra makes it feel like our trip is really underway. And you can see all these like crazy looking fishing boats around us. The islands are like nothing we've ever seen before. Massive mountains, everything's really wild. And we're just gonna go to land now, see if we can stock up on diesel and gasoline and maybe even some food if we get lucky.
We bring our jerry cans to land and find a friendly truck driver that takes us to the nearest gas station. We always filter our diesel to try to keep our tanks as clean as possible.
Back at the fishing village, we have to make a couple trips to carry our supplies to the boat. This is easier said than done on our tiny dinghy. It's small and unstable, but very light and sturdy. At low tide, we're happy that it's so easy to row. We've had a perfect day of sailing. It's been raining a lot for the past few days, so we've been able to fill up all our water tanks, our jerry cans, and we have a few extra buckets so that I can take a sunset shower. So obviously living on a boat has made me appreciate much more how important fresh water is, and it's made me also much more aware of how much water I use when I go back to the city. Conditioner, very important. Can't stress how important it is for my hair, which falls out and has a lot of trouble with the salt and the sand and the sun. So yeah, we use a lot of conditioner here on Bali. Finished. Okay, and then this here is our shower. So the water, pump it, grab the hose, and we have a beautiful mist. Perfect for using very little water and still getting clean. And it's always nice to get the salt off after having been all day in the sea. Voila.
We've left the island of Sumatra this morning. Destination's Pulau Simelu, 40 nautical miles away from here, probably 30-35 hours sailing to get there. And already, well, first impressions, we're in the Indian Ocean. Nothing to do with the Andaman Sea. Indian Ocean is pretty intimidating. It's massive swell, 2-3 meter waves around us already. And once we get there, it's gonna be completely different than anything we've experienced so far. It's gonna be reef everywhere, big waves breaking on reef. And we've never sailed in areas like that before. We're gonna have to be extra careful. But it's all very exciting. We've planned this trip for months and finally we're here in the Indian Ocean and it's all pretty exciting. Can't wait to explore.
Coming up, we face our first night storm and some pretty wet sailing. From a distance, we spot another boat at sea.
Bonnie, this is Dottie. Dottie, do you copy? Let's get closer, see if we can get a look.
Could they be our next Dreamcatchers?
So we're about 30 miles from Sumatra and we just saw another sailboat in front of us. Name is Bonnie, it seems. We're gonna go and see if we can talk to them. Bonnie, 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 Dali, Dali. No answer on the radio. Let's get closer, see if we can get a look. Bonnie, do you copy?
Yeah, you guys are flying along.
Yeah, we started sailing this morning because I want to get there tomorrow during the day.
How ugly is my sail? My dirty bloody sail from Australia from all the red dust.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, we'll try and keep pace with you, but anyway, have a nice sail.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we may run into each other again. If not, we'll see you in Similu.
Yeah, so I think we're just going to eat your dust, I think, and yeah, follow you in. So yeah, take it easy on 20, standing by on 16.
Stand by on 16. Well, that was Bonnie. Very nice couple. Well, it'll be very interesting to talk to them and see what they're doing, what they used to do before, and why they moved onto the boat. It seems they have a dog on board as well. That's pretty interesting. So hopefully when we reach Similu, we can meet up with this cool couple and see what's going on with them.
We're excited to meet these two surfers, and who knows, we might have found our next Dreamcatchers.
The beautiful weather doesn't last long, and in the middle of the night, thunderclouds catch up and we find ourselves in the middle of a big storm.
We got strong winds and rain and thunder coming in from the south, and we anchored in between two reefs. We got the reef less than 100 meters behind us. So we really gotta hope that this passes quickly and our chain holds. If not, we're gonna end up on the reef with the boat crashing on the rocks. We don't want that. So let's cross our fingers and hope the anchor holds. Anyways, these are the joys of living on a sailboat.
After a rough night of stormy sailing, the day finally comes up in the remains of the storm. Believe it or not, the tropics can get cold too. We had a difficult night, the sea is all agitated, but we see land and are happy to finally be arriving. The next day, we wake up in the morning to find our new friends Bonnie anchored right next to us. We didn't hear them sneak in during the night, and as we approach, all is sleepy on board and their cute doggy is keeping watch.
A few hours later, we spy them leaving their boat on a dinghy full of surf gear. As we motor towards them, we finally see Quentin and Gosha's faces up close. It's their first surf of the season and they look so excited.
We decide to walk across the beautiful island to get a good look at the show. On the other side, the swell is small, but Quentin and Gosha catch their first waves, all alone.
After their first surf session, we start chatting with our neighbors and get to know their story.
Hello, I'm Gosia Lloyd. I'm Polish and Australian citizen.
Hi, my name's Quentin. I'm originally a New Zealander, so Kiwi, but I now live in Australia. 5 years ago, Gosia and I hopped on our boat, and now we call Bonnie our home.
When I was already after first month being in Perth, working hard, studying hard, I was also windsurfing, and every afternoon after school I was windsurfing in this cool little beach, and suddenly Quentin showed up there, and we started talking, and that was first time when we met.
Yeah, every afternoon, I mean, was my release. Every day after work it was straight down to the beach, windsurf in the afternoon until dark, until you couldn't see anymore. And so yeah, we had a connection. We loved the ocean, we loved the wind, everything. And before I knew it, she had her windsurfing gear in my car and we were going away for weekends windsurfing. And so to meet someone who loves the same stuff as me is key, Nice.
In Poland, I've done a degree in physical education. So in Australia, I work in fitness, instructor, personal trainer, and even teaching other instructors.
When we first started travelling on the boat, we had weights on the boat.
We still have, yeah?
We've still got the bar and we've still got the
20
weights.
kilo.
Gosh, she used to stand on the back doing all her body pump classes and stuff.
Just keep body in shape.
People on other boats would look over and see this girl doing squats on the back of the boat. So. But you don't do it so much now.
No.
my life for employment was, I've done a lot of different jobs and I had a good career at the end. I was making some good money. Life was good, but it was a little bit routine. It's so easy to get caught into a rut of doing the same thing, and it was always in the back of my mind over my life was that I'd love to sail to some of these other places. And I was fortunate enough to come to Indonesia about 8 years ago on a surfing trip, and we were travelling around these places like this, these amazing islands, going to surfing, catching waves, and told myself, that's it, I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to come here on my own yacht and I'm going to anchor there on my own boat.
I was thinking about the financial also, how we can do this, stop working, like we are in the age now when we should work, but who tell that we should work? Like that only our society telling that, yes, you have to go to work from 9 to 5, but no, you don't need if you don't want. We want to travel now in this age because we still think that we pretty young. No, we're still young and fit and strong enough to do lots of things and explore.
For us, decide, hand in your notice for your job, we're leaving this date, we're going to have a farewell party on this date. That's the hardest, that was one of the hardest things to do. Is okay, when should we go? Oh, well, let's make it 2 months from tomorrow. And that was it, you know. And I think for people just to pick that date when you leave your job and sell your house and cast off the boat, that's the hard part.
Also comfortable life in the city, in the house, when you have space and your own space and beautiful bathroom, which you don't have on board unless you have very luxury boat. So that was, like, for me, a big problem. But you can adjust to everything. You can adjust to everything, especially when you just get up in the morning and you look on the outside, you have $1 million view on the ocean and you jump for swim. I love this.
We really feel at ease with Quentin and Gosia. Their story could belong to so many people. A city couple with a shared passion working hard to one day achieve their joint dream. Having made it a reality, we want to hear more about the main reason they are here, their passion for surf.
The best thing about it is surfing some of the best waves in the world with no one else or just a few people there. Just incredible waves, just perfect waves, just stuff that you just dream about. You know, as a small kid, you see pictures in magazines of these flawless, perfect waves in these tropical places. And, you know, I'm lucky enough to be right there now. So
when you're on the surf, every wave is different, and maybe dolphin will pass you or turtle pop out, or you can see if it's water clear like here, you can see coral and fish passing you. It's just that is beauty of surfing as well, yeah?
We asked Quentin and Gosia what it feels like to live their dream on a daily basis.
Every day can be same when you're going for surf and you're going at the beach and you just have your routine, yeah? You have your routines, but they're really nice routines.
You know, we meet people and they always say, oh, you've got the dream life, and sure we do, but we've also sort of earned it. I try to say to Gosia every day almost that how lucky are we to be here, but I sort of feel like we've earned it as well, because you get to a spot like this and it's absolutely gorgeous, but you know, a few days ago we were getting pounded by strong wind and rain and stuff, and at those moments when Gosia's unhappy and the dog's cowering down the stairs, I think you've got to pay your way, and that's how we pay our way, is you have some really tough travelling to get to a place, and then you have the complete opposite. It's so beautiful, and it's a different life, you know. If we didn't buy Borneo, if we stayed in our old jobs, I think we would just be chasing the dollar and living the routine. I think you need to work to live, not live to work. People are scared of change a lot, you know, but I guess I encourage everyone to have a go at it, you know.
If you feel like the place where you're living is not a place for you, you just have to, you feel like it's somewhere place in the earth you should be, you just have to try, otherwise you'll be living in frustration and it's not good for you, unfortunately. So yeah, just go and try. You always can come back, always can come back.
Such encouraging words from our Dreamcatchers, whose story could touch so many people. We truly feel that their story could inspire others.
That afternoon, Phil catches some fish, and on the beach, Quentin lights a fire for a barbecue. As the sun sets on our floating homes in this paradise-like bay, we feel very lucky to have found Dreamcatchers while making new friends in the process.
Up next, we continue sailing south.
We're in the southwestern bay of Simeulue Island. We're very much out of fresh fruits and vegetables, so we're gonna go to Sinabang, the city, and hopefully find a nice market.
We get a guided market tour from the Sinabang children.
Gentang, ini nama? The days spent with Quentin and Gosha are so lovely. They go by quickly, and along with them go our supply of fresh fruits and veggies. We must head south to stock up on supplies yet again. The fish Phil is able to catch injects some variety into our menu, and we use the last of our ingredients to make a delicious fish curry that keeps us warm in the stormy conditions. We're in the southwestern bay of Simeulue Island. We've come here to have more access to Sinabang, which is the capital. Simeulue Island was very much affected by the 2004 tsunami, but then they had another earthquake in March of 2005. And actually, after the second earthquake, the east coast of the island was submerged a few feet, so locals lost a lot of their fields. But the west coast, where we are now, actually rose 6 feet above the water. So these rocks that you may be able to see behind me now are actually the reef that was pushed up 10 years ago. So for once, I'm actually really excited to go to land. We haven't been to a big city in over 2 weeks. We're very much out of fresh fruits and vegetables. I think the only thing we have left is garlic, or a couple cloves of garlic. So I'm sick of eating stuff that comes out of a box. I really want to bite into a fresh fruit. I really want to cook with some fresh veggies. So we're going to go to Sinabang, the city, and hopefully find a nice market.
It's nice to have our feet back on firm land. We're greeted by a very relaxed-looking buffalo chilling on the beach and taking cool baths in the river. The vast tree-fringed bay has a very calm and peaceful vibe. We managed to rent a bike and start making our way to Sinabang.
Sinabang is a bustling little capital of about 20,000 people. The atmosphere is laid back, and we see smiles at every corner as we drive through the little streets of the main town. Gentang, ini nama? Okay, so we have some of the really small, really sweet pink onions. They're shallots, they're delicious, but they are kind of expensive, but there's no other onions. Iva? Yeah.
My name is Hani.
Honey, nice name. Suami saya, Philip.
Wow. Hi, Philip. Hello. Philip lampu.
Ini. Apa nama itu? Broccoli. Very nice. Thank you. Trying to get the least striped tomatoes possible so that they keep for a long time. We have to keep tomatoes on a boat, in the fridge, which is really hard. We don't have much space in the fridge, but tomatoes are our main source of fresh vegetables when everything else goes. Okay, oh my gosh. Masuk. All right, so we've got more vegetables than we can carry, and we're gonna unfortunately have to leave our entourage here because we got everything we need, and we can go back to the boat.
Sinabang is our last pit stop for a while. We stocked up for a few weeks as we don't know when we're going to encounter the next city. The sun is setting as our sturdy little dinghy takes us back to Dali. We continue our way down south in search of the big waves that Quentin and Gosha told us about. We know those giant barrels attract passionate people from all over the world and think it may be a good place to meet another dreamcatcher.
Next week on Dreamcatchers, we leave the boat to travel inland and discover majestic Lake Toba.
Southeast Asia just keeps surprising me. I've never, ever seen anything like this here.
Stock up on water in the colorful village of Bale Bale.
They have a huge, indoor sauna/bathroom. Very nice.
And meet our next Dreamcatchers, an Australian couple raising 2 children aboard their sailboat, the Baron Joey.